Imagine this. The best pasta sauce you have ever tasted sits abandoned on a plate. Wasted sauce. That is a tragedy. If only you had used Barilla al Bronzo pasta. Its bronze-cut texture holds your sauce and scoops up every last drop. The Italians call that scarpetta. Capture sauce the Italian way. Barilla al Bronzo. Click or tap the banner to find out more.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. Between two-factor authentication, strong passwords, and a VPN, you try to be in control of how your info is protected. But many other places also have it, and they might not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity is stolen, they'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit lifelock.com/podcast for 40% off. Terms apply.
Welcome to another episode of Your Call, presented by the Headset app. Today's guest is Coach Lane Kirkland, who led Carey High School in Idaho to 5 state titles during his tenure, and did it without ever stepping foot in a traditional weight room. In this episode, Coach Kirkland shares how he built strength and resilience using sandbags, farm work, and a whole lot of creativity. If you're coaching in a small school or looking for a culture-driven alternative to conventional strength training, this story is going to stick with you. Before we get into it, let's hear from our partner, the Headset app.
The Headset app, a communication platform for coaches that makes sense. After all the technology we need is already in our pocket. No more time-consuming setup, lugging around cases, storing equipment, worrying about range, or finding the right location for your base station. The Headset app is an encrypted voice platform that is compatible with any Bluetooth headset or earbuds. The Headset app is a more secure, reliable, and easy-to-use communication system, delivered at just a fraction of the cost. Just open the app, put in your headphones, and go. At practice, on game day, or whenever. The Headset app. Download in the App Store or on Google Play today.
Good to join you this afternoon. My name is Lane Kirkland. I live here in Carey, Idaho. Graduated from Carey High School here in 1989, and Dad was the football coach here for 19 seasons. And I was able to come back and take his position when I finished college, and he retired, and his name was Heber Kirkland. He won a pair of championships in 94 and 98. And in my tenure, we were able to achieve 5 state championships in 2006 and 08 and 2010, and then a back-to-back seasons in 2017 and 18. Able to come here to my alma mater and be able to coach was a dream come true, and to follow my father's footsteps was awesome and amazing. So we were here, the Kirklands were here for 41 seasons in a row. We won 315 games, which averages to be about 76% win ratio. My dad was 71 and myself 81 and a half or so over those seasons. I had 194 wins and 94 losses over 22 seasons here at Carey High School. A lot of tremendous tradition here over the years, and a lot of great Panther support from our fans who fell and loved and followed us so closely since the early 90s, and that's still rolling. In fact, I retired a couple seasons ago from coaching football here at Carey School. I wanted to move on and do some different things and accomplish plenty here in my career in football. And I was so excited because the job was passed on to an assistant coach and former player of mine as the head position named John Saili, and they won the Idaho State 8-man title this past season in 24. So nothing is better than knowing that your program is in good hands and still rolling, and the future still looking bright. One of the things I'd like to talk about today is a weightless championship football team. Not going to the weight room and winning 7 titles and competing in 15 titles and winning 7 of those. All right, without going to the weight room. And so my dad we really never had a weight room in the 80s and 90s that was worth anything talking about. It was more like an office with a bench press, and I think it had a squat rack. I'm not sure. It wasn't very big. Nobody used it efficiently, and nobody was really interested in that. We have farm kids here in Idaho, so we kind of supported that venue, pushing them to and allowing them really just to go to work on the farm. You're changing 3-inch and 4-inch hand lines, and you're working 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, plus a Sunday morning, moving pipe and bucking bales. That was enough. And our families were happy with that. And the kids were happy with that. And if you know how to work, it's going to transfer to the football field for sure, because football is work and it's fun. And so it was easy for those guys to transition and to work hard in the trenches from the farm. And we enjoyed that. So 7 championships won without incorporating a weight room with a large number of kids. Now, some kids went here and there on their own, but it was never part of our regimen. And never has been. You might think that's crazy or impossible. Would we win a few more of those championships had we been in the weight room? Maybe. I don't know, circumstances and play calling and that kind of thing. Luck all has something to do with that as well. But we did not. And so in 2017, I did try something different because I was frustrated. I had worked pretty hard to get a weight room regimen going, and it just wasn't happening. Our studs weren't interested in appearing in the weight room consistently and in large numbers. And so I was like, what are we going to do? Well, 2017, we had 3 feet of snow in the valley, and we had heavy runoff, and it was flooding. And up in Haley, Sun Valley area, the Bigwood River was flooding. And what did I see? Oh, a lovely pallet of 60 to 70 pound sandbags. And I thought to myself, you know what? Sandbags. Let's do a sandbag regimen for our football program. We're not going to go 60 and 70 pounds, but we'll make them 35 and 40 pounds. And so I bought a bunch of those and filled them up to the weights that I liked, which was about 40 pounds, 35 pounds a piece. And everybody had one. It was a standard issue sandbag. And what did we do with those things? Well, we would first warm up with it, running 600 to 700 yards on our shoulder, rotating shoulders each lap. And that was the standard warm up for everyone. And then we would use sandbag drills. I love this overhead sandbag burpees. Hit the ground, pick that bag up, put it over your head, drop it to the ground, back up. Another great drill was sitting on the ground. Actually, we would do the burpee, hit the ground, roll to one side, roll to the next side, pop back up, back down. And we did that in short bursts. We would partner everybody up, and they would do 5 of those reps each, and would just go in different sets and reps with those. But they motivated and pushed each other to get strong with that sandbag, and a lot of other core drills that we used to strengthen ourselves. Now, what did that do for our program? Well, honestly, we did not have a single knee or ankle injury for 2017 and 2018 and 2019. Amazing. Okay, our knees, our joints were super strong from using those sandbags in our warm-ups and keeping our body strong and all the muscles around it. You try running a lap with 40-pound sandbag. It sucks. It really sucks, but it worked for our program, and it helped us get an amazing core, and we went back-to-back in 2017 and 2018, undefeated seasons, and back to the championship game in 2019, losing it overtime. It gave us an opportunity to strengthen ourselves and to get better. The fun part about that, and we made this fun, is when we issued those sandbags to our athletes, we had them give it a name. And some of them called it their girlfriend's name. Some of them called it some other names, dirt bag, dirty bag, any kind of other bag. And it was really fun for them to claim their bag that they'd written their name on the side with a Sharpie all season long and just learn to enjoy it. Now, how many days a week did we do it? We did 4 days, all 4 days, man. And then Friday was game day. And we just felt like it was important to be strong in that way. And we got kids jacked. We got kids aggressive. Their grip strength increased by holding on to that thing and the variety of other drills that we did. And they enjoyed it. And at the last practice, and there's usually 64 practices in our season. If you go all the way to the championship game, we only have 12 games in Idaho. On the last day, and we know it would be the last day of practice because the championship was the next day, we would have them take their sandbag to the main field from the practice field, and we would cut them open, and we would spread our ashes on the football field. And it was kind of a cool thing. We made it ceremonial, knowing that all of their hard work, sweat, blood, and tears were now left on the playing field that would be there forever. And they took some of their empty bags home and hung them up, framed them, that kind of thing. But that helped our program to grow a great deal, and we didn't have to go to the weight room to do it. And the new coach doesn't use those this last season, but he's got some kids going to the weight room now. He's got some boys there that were interested in leading the charge there. But it's possible, gentlemen, to win a state championship, and lots of them, and win a lot by not going to the weight room and pushing your kids to work on farms or wherever it is, knowing that most of these kids aren't going to go play college football. It's not going to be their career, but they're going to be good fathers and husbands someday and supporting their families. And if you know how to work hard, you can do a lot of great things in this world. Thanks for being a part of this discussion today and listening to my story. If you want to reach out, my email is coachkirkland24@gmail.com. Love to hear from you. Once again, here from Carey High School in Carey, Idaho, in South Central Idaho. Thanks again.
That wraps up this week's Your Call with Coach Lane Kirkland. His message is clear. You don't need high-end equipment to build a championship program. You need buy-in, toughness, and tradition. Be sure to check out our partner, the Headset app, at theheadsetapp.com. Follow all we're doing at coachandcoordinator.com, and follow us on X at Coach K. Grabowski.